Hello everybody, how are we all? Paul79 here, I hope you're safe and well. I hope we all had good weeks, but I said that probably less than 24 hours ago because I just released a video not that long ago. But anyway, the weekend has finally arrived where I get to start putting my exhaust back together. So you may remember I had my cats modified by Gert. Well, I've put them back. I'm going to put them back on. Well, I'll tell a lie. I've actually done it now, and I'm actually filming the intro at the end. I've got my swimming trunks on. I've had a shower and I'm about to go in the pool. But yeah, I've done it. But yeah, this video is all about how to sort of install or take off the headers stroke catalytic converters off a Boxster 987 or a Cayman 987. You know, there's a lot of aftermarket versions of these out there, yeah, I'm just going to talk you through sort of how I've put them back on. But in essence, you know, taking them off is just the reverse of what I do. You just do it in the complete reverse order. I would say taking them off is actually could be quite difficult, only for the reason that you might have rusty bolts, and I've talked about that in the past, that, you know, bolts, some of these cars 15-20 years old, never had the cats taken off. You're gonna have one bolt crack or snap and be stuck in the block. So yeah, I hope it doesn't happen to you. Happened to me. 2 of them went out the 12 and had to have them drilled out, as you know. But yeah, so that's all good. I'm really pleased how it's gone. It was okay in the end. It wasn't too bad. It's just really hot at the moment, and I was scrambling around on the floor. I've got a concrete floor, don't have much room in this sort of single garage, so I know I'm moaning a lot. But yeah, no, I'm glad it's done, and hopefully tomorrow I can start putting the rear of the exhaust back. So before we actually get started, I need to give another shout out. I've been told off by someone else at work for not doing this, but anyway, big shout out to Ursan and his beautiful wife Keris, but more importantly, I need to give a shout out to his dog. Now, his dog is called Slim. He's a Whippet, I believe. I've just asked him what breed it is. He hasn't replied yet. He might reply. I seem to remember it's a Whippet. Quite a big dog. But he is, he's called Slim because he's quite slim. But, you know, he's a bit of a legend. He's got his own Instagram page, you know, a few followers, etc, etc. And the Instagram page is called Good Boy Slim. And that's boy spelled B-O-I. So yeah, have a look up. You know, he's a lovely dog, lovely nature, and yeah, so here you go. How you doing, Good Boy Slim? Hope you're doing all right, mate. And yeah, be good for your mummy and daddy, all right? Anyway, enough of that. I'm rambling on again. And how many I've done? 4 minutes. No, 3 minutes. Okay, cool. Right, let's get to it. See you later. Bye. Right, so the first thing we're going to do is try and put these cats back. So if you, or headers as they're called. So if you remember, I've had these sent away and they've been modified by Uncle Gert in Belgium, and they're back. And I've got my gaskets. They've turned up. So I just wanted to quickly talk to you about these. So this is my old gasket, right? And the way these work is you don't really need to use stuff like this exhaust paste, right? Certainly not on these things, because these gaskets are designed to seal under heat and pressure, okay? And the way it works is, you see you've got this slightly raised bit of metal here. Well, what happens is when it's all clamped together, it squashes and sort of seals. So this is the one, so you've got these little tags here, right? So this is the one that's come off this side previously. Obviously with the tag there, it has to go that way because the tag goes into the engine block, or there is a space for it, put it that way. So it has to be this way round. And if you actually look, you see on the original header there, you see that black line and that pattern. You can see here you've got this curve here and you've got this curve here. That's where that, you know, mark happens and the seal occurs, okay? So I am 99% sure I've got these round the right way. On this side you can see that there is it would seem that there is this paste been used on my car, but I've googled it and it says you don't really need to do it. You could put a slither around, I might do that, but it could be quite messy, and I think, and I'm going to go and check it again, I think we're not going to need it. All right, so I've jacked the car up. I've got it sort of the high, it's not the highest setting the ramp goes, but I think any more I'd be in danger of smashing up the windscreen, like I've already done previously. I've got my ramp here. I put these extra blocks in here in case something ever goes wrong with the ramp. Painted them black so they look sort of factory, but yeah, that's scaffolding board cut down. But yeah, the idea is something failed here, you know, this would be pushing against that, so it would lock it. Anyway, enough about safety. So we can see here, like, I've taken the wheels off. You need to do that for sort of access. So basically the cats attach inside here, and the pipes end about here, and then the exhaust pipe sort of comes round here, goes behind the suspension strut and fixed to the exhaust as follows. Right, so I'm now underneath the car, and you can see you got these 3 holes. This is where the cats go. You can see that those gaskets with the little tab, obviously the tab has to go upwards because the tab will fit in one of these gaps here. You've got, what is it? You've got six bolts aside. There you go. As on previous videos, I told you that a couple of the bolts snapped inside, and I've had a guy called Brad from Threadworks to drill it out, so that's all good to go. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to clean all of these up again, and yeah, get ready to put it in place. Well, I've got one on. It took me about an hour, but there were quite a few schoolboy errors, so so I thought I'd tell you how I managed to do it in the end and things you got to watch out for. So the first thing is, if you've got a ramp like this, I know it's nice to have the car really high, but unless it's a ramp where you can sort of stand up, it's often easier if it's lower. And I'm basing this all on the fact that you're doing it on your own, right? So, because the problem is these things are very heavy, and you sort of have to lift it up and then guide the bolts in. If you've got someone else to help you, it'll be all right. But if you're going to do it on your own, I've discovered a couple of things that will help. So first of all, don't have your car so high. Have it so that, you know, when you're lying down and your arms are like this, you've got enough space, or it's not too far to stretch it right up there. So that's the first thing. Now, and the second thing is the bolts you need to bolt this to the engine basically are basically 26mm M8s, right? Now, the problem I discovered, and the reason why it took so flipping long, is you put your bolt in, right, and you've got your gasket like that. Oh, that's the wrong way around anyway, but anyway, for the demo it's like that. Now if you imagine you're on your back and you're trying to lift that up, that bolt is quite short, and you can see the gaskets, they're not flat and they move about, they swing around. So what I did is, just to get the thing started, I used a longer bolt. So this is probably, it's almost twice the length, yeah? And that, I did that, and the reason I did that is then at least I found one where I chose a bolt where there's quite a lot of space to get your hand in and bolt it up. To get it up, I did it, and just to get it started, yeah? And then I did another one also that was a longer bolt on the other side. So then suddenly, at least your thing is supported, because this area here doesn't touch anything. It hangs once it's in place, but I found that that was a good way to get it started. So you'd have the 2 long ones in, and then because the weight is being taken by these longer ones, you can go around and start putting the smaller ones in. Once you've done the smaller ones, you can take the long ones out and replace them with small ones. All right, see you later. I'm going to do the other one now. Okay, so I got this one in first time, right? So you can see here, they're the two long bolts that I've got. So I've got them basically in situ. And then what I did on the other one is you can see this actual cat bit at the moment is resting on this bracing bar. What I'm going to do, and what I did, to raise it up, I'm going to put some wood in there. Let me do that now. So there you go, I've got a piece of wood that goes from my ramp to that, just to lift that up now. And because I've had it in there, I'm able to put the two short ones in there now. And I've got to take my daughter somewhere now, so I'll be back. Right, both cats are on now. So the next thing you have to do is put the wiring back for the O2 sensors, right? Which I wasn't looking forward to, but I managed to do the driver's side. So this front one is easier. Basically, you'll see that there is a spring clip that, and then the wiring has this plastic part which clips into that spring clip. It will then have this little, it's just like a it just slides onto this sort of metal flange, keeps the wire there. And then where is it? Oh, you're not gonna be able to see this very well, are you? So, ow, so basically that, can you see my finger? No. Oh, this is a nightmare. Anyway, right, you see where my hand is? Yeah, that's the plug, and the wire just basically slots in. There's a little sort of groove thing, and the wire just slides in here. You plug it in, slots in there, and then there is a clip here where my finger is, like a U-shaped thing, and it opens and closes like that. You put the wire in there, there'll be other wires that go in that sort of clip, and that's it. This one is pretty straightforward as well. Again, you'll see there is a sort of metal flange. You see this nut, right? There's a nut there, and then you've just got one of those, there's a clip that's attached to the wire, the grey wire, with a slidey thing that just slides onto the metal there. You can see, hopefully you can see where my hand is. Oh god, you see the grey wire there? That's your thing. It plugs into the bottom there. So I've got my hand on it now. The plug's there, and the wire goes up, and it backs on itself. And if you look, oh, I'm sorry guys, you're not going to be able to see this. Oh, this could be better. Right, okay, so you can see the grey wire, yeah, it goes up. Now you see at the top, there's you've got the grey wire continuous, and then it's got a black bit in front of it, right? That's another clip, right? Another one of those sort of horseshoe shaped clips that you clip the wire into. And then you can see the wire, it's sort of, there's the connector, yeah, on, and then the grey wire comes up, and you just sort of, there's another sort of beigey clip there, and you sort of double the wire up and push it in there, all right? Oh, I'm knackered. Right, so I've done the wiring, or put the wires back for the other side as well. So first of all, the easier one, the sensor that goes towards the back of the car. So this is UK passenger side now, so it clips in there like that. There's like a metal pipey bit, sorry, a plastic pipey bit. Then there is another, where my finger is, it's just another clip that clips the wire, and it sort of pops in. And then, now this could be quite difficult, and I'm going to bang my head, scrape my head. Right, that, is that the connector? Yes. You see where those 3 white wires are? That's your connector. It basically clips into the sort of connection unit like the other one, and then yeah, it just follows it through there. So this thing here, you can see, this thing here, it's behind that, and it just goes straight across, comes out the other side. Right, so that's that one. Now this one, slightly different to the other side. So you've got your grey wire again. You can see there we've got the clip. You see that nut again? Oh, I have to point at it. Right there. Where my finger is, there's a nut. Above that is a piece of metal. It's actually come off a bit. Okay, that's actually on now. You can see this pipe. See where I'm doing with my thumb? That's like a little spring clip. Sort of, oh, there we go, it's on now. So then it goes up there. Now this fits differently to the other one. You have to go under the car. Right, and basically, oh, this is gonna hurt me back. Right, where are we? Okay, so it runs above these wires here, or these pipes, yeah? And then it goes up, and you see that sort of gold circly thing? It goes, oh God, it goes over the top of that, right? And you can see the resulting wire here. I'm going to pull myself up again, right. So you can see the wire going over top of the gold circly thing, whatever that is. There is a clip there, right? You can see it now. You see the black circle where the grey wire goes through. Clip like that. Another one of those sort of beigey clips, and then it goes in there like that. Oh gosh. Right, so that's all done. Okay, cat's in place. I must tighten them, make sure they're tight before I finish this. Cat's there, the wiring's all back. Nice new bolts. The gaskets are all in nicely. That was a bit of a pain at the start, but yeah, so now we're ready to bolt the rear of the exhaust to the cats. You know, and put it all up in this area here. So yeah, oh, I'm tired now. So there you go. Oh, I'm really tired now. That, I didn't think, it wasn't too bad actually, that job, to be fair. I was really worried about getting the wiring back because I really couldn't remember, and I looked on the internet to see if I could get pictures of it. Couldn't really see any videos either. So there you go. World First talks about exactly how to put the wires back. Now, if there is anyone here who knows Porsches and has spots anything I've done with the wires that isn't right, please let me know urgently. But yeah, so I mean, that's how you install the cats. Obviously, to take them off, it's obviously just basically the reverse. Get rid of the wires first, undo the bolts, drop down. I wish it was that simple. I mean, chances are one of those bolts you undo will be rusty. But yeah, anyway. So I am absolutely soaking with sweat. It's boiling here. I'm going to go and have a shower. So I'll see you on the next video, which hopefully should be doing the rear part of the exhaust. So I'll see you later. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.